had a very, very last minute guest swap situation happen. So Addie will not be joining us. Last week had some issues. This week we're having a few issues, I guess, too. But we're finding out before, but that's okay. We've got a full lineup. We've got Killanoy coming to talk about her boxing skills. We're going to play in a little bit of boxing trivia with Killanoy down there. I don't know if she's ready. I didn't prep her. She's like, Chris, what are you talking about? I box. I don't do trivia. Well, we're going to do some boxing trivia. Then after that, you may have remembered the last conversation that I had with a fellow Blake Staffer. He goes by Blake. His adopted name is Blake Staffer, though. Anyway, we had a conversation with him about finding a girlfriend by February, the end of February, March. Well, it looks like we're at the end of February. So we're going to catch up with Blake and find out what's going on with the lady department and see how he's doing with his life goals, okay? We're going to chat about a few other things. He's our second guest. Our third guest today, do I have lettuce stuck in my teeth? I shouldn't. I brushed my teeth. Fun fact, I actually put on cologne for these. I do shower, but the cologne enhances the... It's true. I wear cologne in a house completely by myself. It just makes me feel more confident when I do this. And it's nice. I can smell me. I don't smell like a lot of loneliness, which is cool. After we have Blake, the man premier, we have Pachanga. Pachanga's going to come on the show, talk a little bit about her journey to becoming a top badge, potentially. Everyone on this show always wants to talk about becoming a top badge. I have no idea why. I happen to know the guy who does some of the announcements about that. But other than that, you're talking to the wrong person. All right, everyone. So welcome to the show once again. Put your party hats on. Thank you for the gifts. While we do this show, it is very rare that I acknowledge the comments or talk about anything else besides the person that's in the box. So if you will please be so kind to give your attention and favorite to anyone who joins in the box, I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, buckle up, have some popcorn or a glass of water. Maybe you have your own suited up mug, one of a kind of deal. Anyway, everyone, cheers. Thank you so much for coming. Let's go and get this party started with our first guest tonight. She goes by her boxing name, which is Killanoy, but don't worry, she's not here to annoy you. I have a lot of time to work on our pun. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest of the evening. Was that even close to? I'd probably be out there like this.
I was like, I came really close to the camera, and then you did the blow up, and I was like, let me back up. I was like, whoa.
How would you rate my fighting stance? Is this?
No. I'm like, no. You did just no. You gotta do fist, man. Fist.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
See, have you ever heard of the unstoppable punch?
I've heard of people talk about it. It's like different. So the different types of fighting, it's kind of where you actually like go into it. So your back leg kind of falls through.
Is that true?
I've had some coaches say yes. I've had some coaches say no. But I've had most of my Brazilian coaches say yes. They've taught me when I throw a 2 to bring my back foot in instead of just pivoting and turning my hip into it. But those guys do a lot of MMA also, not just boxing.
Okay, well, you may have been instructed by some Brazilian experts and MMA experts, but now you're getting the Chris Casper explanation. And I can tell you right now, the true unstoppable or the true unblockable punch is where you do both fists and your foot at the same time. And when you do your fists and the foot at the same time, they can't block it. They don't know whether to block the kick. They don't know whether to block the punch. There's too much coming at them.
If you're boxing and you're sitting on your butt, I guess that's a good technique. Sure, throw it in there. Why not?
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, I don't think so now.
This is very much I'm
like, no. No. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that.
Well, we'll talk about what to do in just a little bit here. We're definitely sidetracked. I'm not going to blame myself. That leaves one other person. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. For the people who have not met you before, will you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, okay, so what's up? I'm Killanoy. Everyone calls me Killy. They get a little confused on the Killanoy sometimes. My real name starts with a K, and I'm from originally Illinois, so I put 2 and 2 together. That's how I got my name. So I like to say kill a noise because it sounds like kill the noise. Like the DJ.
The producer DJ. He goes by Kill the Noise. Yeah, he's
love him. Yeah, so.
I like also that your name has ill in it because you're so sick. Like you're cool. You know, like kill and ill.
I'm not ill. I don't have COVID. Just saying. I don't have COVID. I'm healthy.
I forgot to tell everyone to turn down their volume before this interview, by the way.
Okay, so my friend sent me a video because he has cameras around his house. He's like, I literally can hear everything that you're saying. It keeps sending me alerts saying someone's outside by the front door, down the stairs. I was like...
It's very, very boisterous. But maybe if your punches don't intimidate them, for sure, like the sound will.
Yeah.
Be very loud. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've worked with kids, so I have to speak loud.
Kids?
Oh, well, I coach kids, so that was like my full-time job. So I'm just always yelling. I have to yell on top of them, you know. Loud. But working in the bar, being loud, I'm just loud.
I'm gonna really ground this conversation because we're in 900 directions.
Okay.
So it's Kill Noise. I think we've established that you're a boxer. And let's take the next step, which is you just mentioned you work with kids. You are a boxing coach and you work with kids. What age groups?
All ages. So I was the head coach at the gym I worked for in San Francisco right after my last fight. And it was crazy because I had kids come in that were beginners of all ages from 6 years old to 18. And I would have to separate them in 3 different kind of like immediate, beginner, like somewhat advanced, and then the older kids, I just had them help me out sometimes with the kids. But I would have 3 different like groups working on 3 different topics and like things and like drills, and I would have to like run around for like the hour, 2 hours, making sure all the kids of all ages were helping each other out and not messing around because a lot of them were middle schoolers.
Yeah.
So it was busy. I was busy.
I imagine that's the age that needs to get all their energy out. So boxing's got to be a great way to do it.
Oh yeah, a lot of the kids, some of them, their parents forced them to do it to discipline or to help them feel tougher because they were getting bullied. I swear, I've had to yell at some parents. I'm like, okay, you guys have to leave. Stop yelling at your kids. Stop, like, you guys just leave, please. I'm like, just leave.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like, that's why I was a really good coach with the kids. They always listened to me. They always respected me. On days that I missed, I've heard it from the other coaches how terrible they were. But they never were like that with me. Like, because I create a fun class and I give them respect, you know? So
what was the original reason you got into boxing, MMA? Are you strictly a boxer or are you in MMA?
Before COVID, I was starting to do more MMA, but I broke my leg in half, so it's not looking likely for me.
Wow.
Sadly, that was my goal. That was going to be my goal, was to do my last amateur fight, which was canceled, and then I broke my leg. So
Did you break your leg in a match?
COVID.
Did you break your leg in a match?
No, I broke it on a Harley, which is a different story, but I got into boxing.
Okay, let's go with that. You got into boxing.
I'm trying to go back. So I got into boxing. So I fight for Castadores Tequila, and I bartended most of my life. And I went from being like smoking a pack of cigarettes all day, every day, drinking, to being a fighter for this brand, and basically prove that we can live a healthy lifestyle while working in the industry. So I still work with them. They were super cool. They run the fights, so they pay for my training. They find me sponsorships like Tidal. I was sponsored by Ringside. They make the fights, they match you up, and you just train. So it's definitely super, super cool. And I used to coach youth soccer before I moved to Miami and Chicago. So when I started boxing again, I wanted to live that healthier lifestyle. So I was like, when was I like in a really good mind state before my hectic, crazy life? Like when I was coaching soccer, and I now love boxing, so I decided to do a completely 180 with my life. So I got to thank Castadores Tequila for that.
Wow. It's so funny that tequila has got you fighting but it's for positive reasons. I don't know. I feel like most people,
No, because I'm actually
feel like most people could relate somehow.
I know, it's crazy. Honestly, the company, it's a great company. Like, they're all about fitness. Like, most of their websites about fitness and margaritas. Like, but they want you to know what you're consuming, like make it like more of an enjoyable, making cocktails. I really respect their brand. They're very respectful. Like, I love them. Like, I'm about to work with certain brands, and I had to pick whether the money-making team or something that I respect and can have fun with, and I chose that. So.
Well, shout out to your sponsor. Shout out to your sponsor.
Yes.
Cool. Very cool.
Thank you for the gifts, everybody.
How was it growing up? Were you much of a fighter growing up?
I was in Chicago till I was 14, so I was in competitive soccer my whole life. I did competitive cheerleading. I did MMA for like 2 months when I was younger, but I never really got into it. So mainly soccer. But then I skateboarded a lot. Like once I turned 15, 16, I used to skateboard all the time. The surf, skate, once I moved to Florida. I was always active playing a sport. I'm a very active person. Like, I love any sport, anything active. So I'm just,
sure.
Anything I pick up and I fall in love with, I'll just like, let's go.
I couldn't tell that you would have much energy to do a lot of things. I would honestly, not guess that about you. I really though, are you always this way? I can't imagine. Do you need boxing to get this out? Because I feel like your Duracell battery just going, the little Energizer bunny just going away.
I am. It's so crazy because I actually went live on yesterday super early. I was like, I'm so tired, y'all. And then during yoga and after yoga, I was like, oh my God, y'all, I'm so ready for the day. So it was like super I was like, everyone saw me tired that came in there and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just woke up. And then I started the yoga and I'm slowly getting louder and I'm like literally being loud, obnoxious during yoga because it's getting me amped and it's really supposed to chill me out.
I feel like you wake up from bed, just take your comforter off and like, just scream for no reason.
Let's go.
You just weren't making noise for like 8 hours, and that was way too long for you to not be making noise.
Yeah, right? I've had complaints from every roommate I've ever had, even before streaming, especially with my gaming. I'm always yelling. If I'm talking to somebody, I'm yelling. Like.
Guess so. Well, all right. Now that that's covered, let's talk about you breaking your leg in half from riding a Harley. So you're a bike rider.
Yeah, I used to ride dirt bikes when I was younger, and I had like a couple different motorcycles, and I went racing, being kind of immature, and I was locked indoors for a whole month, and I was never home. I was always either coaching the kids. I had a part-time nanny job, and then I had privates when I wasn't coaching, so I would always be running around, and then I bartend occasionally at night. So I was always running around. I was so weird being at home. So my homies were like, let's just go on a bike ride. And it was dark in Golden Gate. And I took a curve a little too sharp. And honestly, it wasn't even a bad accident. It's just the clutch came up and was bent because I hit something on the side. Like, I barely skimmed it. So the clutch came up and it came into my leg and broke my leg in half. I know.
What was your first thought besides, oh, this really hurts? Was it soccer? Was it fighting? Was it walking? Well, I've never experienced that.
I was like, I've never broken a bone, and I can take a lot of pain. Let's just say that, because I went home. I was like, my roommate was like, oh my God, because he had his car, and I was like, no, I was like, call the hospital. I'm like, no, COVID, no. I'm like, no, this is like right when COVID hit, like really, like the beginning. So I was like, no, COVID. It's like, take me home. It's not broken. It's not broken. And then they literally had to carry me to the bathroom the whole night, and then in the morning I was like, okay, I have to go.
Imagine your leg was like this big around. I couldn't even imagine. So you didn't even think it was broken. Okay, wow, incredible.
I didn't know. I was like praying like this when the X-ray came out, and I saw the X-ray. I was like,
I bet.
I was in shock. I was in shock.
All right. Well, okay. So a boxer obviously can take a lot of pain, or was just trying to pay, not have to pay some insurance bills. Maybe that one out.
No, I had health insurance at the time because I've been on my parents' health insurance until I was 25. So I got everything and all the surgery and everything. It cost me $2,000. I was even transferred from a hospital to like the best hospital around my area because my mom demanded it. She called the Department of Health. She was like, because Kaiser, if you don't have Kaiser insurance, you can't get surgery there.
Oh, I was gonna say we're definitely about to go down a deep rabbit hole. Let's bring it all back. I will
talk forever. I'm sorry.
let's move over real quick in case someone hasn't noticed. You like tattoos?
I do.
You like tattoos? How long?
I'm getting my neck tatted.
You're getting your neck tatted.
Only up to here though.
Only up to there. Let's be conservative about it, right?
I work with kids, so I have to. No face tat.
Right, exactly. Perfect. Right. What was the first tattoo that you got?
My first tattoo was these two. This one kind of shed. Your neck sheds a lot, so I'm not gonna really show it. It's gonna get covered, but
what is the tattoo?
It's a dream catcher behind here. It's like a feather, and then my ear is supposed to be the dream catcher so I can catch flies before they go into my ear. So cheesy. I know. He's saying nothing.
I'm not going to dispute it. Judges' logic checks out. All right. Judges say, okay, we're good. We're safe.
Yeah, we're good.
But you're getting your neck tatted. What type of tattoo is going on your neck?
So I have a lot of flowers everywhere. I have a butterfly on my stomach on top of a sword that has spider webs in it. So, and my chest says perfectly imperfect. So that butterfly is on flames. And then I'm going to have a phoenix butterfly on my neck. So it's basically like the shadow butterfly into... I'm trying to make up a story with it, but it's going to look cool. Behind the scenes, it's just going to look cool.
You can't just put two words together and act like we all know what that is. What's a phoenix butterfly? I know what a phoenix is. I know what a butterfly is. But you're like, let me take the two words. It makes sense, everybody. That doesn't count.
My friend said it because I was like, I want a butterfly on fire. Because I have a butterfly with spider web. I want one with fire. And then I'm going to get one on my knee with smoke. And I'm trying to think of the other one. So...
What's the deal with butterflies? Why so many butterflies?
Look like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm gonna get little bees around here too.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, I like it. Oh, nice quote. Yeah. You know, it's so funny that you brought up that quote because are you ready to play a game?
Oh God.
Everyone in the audience, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Suited Up. We're joined right now with Killanoy. She is a badass and a boxer. She also works with kids. She gets them to punch each other and stuff. She just gave us an awesome quote. She just gave us an awesome quote. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to have Blake on as well as Pachanga. But before we get to all that, we're going to keep on this quote game because I have a list of quotes. We're going to see if you know your boxers. You up for it?
Well, I'm doing it for 3 years, y'all, so don't get on my butt.
All right. I'm going to give you a series of quotes. People in the audience, if you are listening, you right there in the audience, if you know who gave this quote, I'll give it as multiple choice. Go ahead and throw out a letter. We'll have some fun with it. Are you ready for your first quote? Cue music. All right. Start you off with an easy one. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Who said that? Was it Floyd Mayweather, Rocky Balboa, George Foreman, or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
That was an easy one. Hey, all right, it was Mike Tyson. All right, here's your second one.
Mike Tyson has his own podcast. Just saying, he's cool.
He seems like a cool guy. Seems like a cool guy. Maybe. All right. Yeah. I wouldn't want to get punched by it.
Definitely not. Definitely.
No. All right. Quote number two. Quote number two. Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. Who said that? Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, or Rocky Balboa?
I want to say option 1, but everyone's saying Rocky in the comments. So I'm gonna go with Rocky.
That's a Rocky quote. That's a Rocky quote.
Thank you, comments.
Poets, Linda, viewers, good one. That was a Rocky quote. All right, quote number 3. We've got one more after it, everyone. All right, who said this one? Don't count the days, make the days count. Was that Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson?
Ali.
Yeah, that's an Ali quote. You're 3 for 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Boxing quote number. I was holding up this. Pick number 3, my lord. Boxing quote number. Pick number 3. Boxing quote number 4. The question isn't at what age I want to retire. It's at what income. Was that Muhammad Ali, Rocky Balboa, George Foreman, or Mike Tyson?
I'm gonna go with George.
George. You didn't think that was a Floyd Mayweather quote? Quote. You didn't think that was a Floyd Mayweather quote?
Whoa! Whoa! It's either Mayweather or Foreman for sure. I'm gonna go with Mayweather. I'm gonna go with Mayweather.
No, I tricked you. I tricked you. You fell.
Was Mayweather even was listed? No.
You were duped. Did I not say that? Oh. I was very sleuthy there. No, that was a George Foreman quote. He apparently didn't want to retire, and he did. Yeah, you were right. It was a Foreman quote. Foreman said the question isn't at what age I want to retire, it's at what income. Dang. And he started busting out some grills. Knock out the fat. All right. That was a free endorsement. That was a free endorsement. All right. There's a few other things to still talk about. One of the important ones happens to be some content. You happen to be a streamer who's got an agenda and a plan. Let us know about some of the things you've been up to.
Okay, so I used to bartend all the time, and coming back to Miami, I am trying to. I have a lot of connections here, but I'm trying to come up with a new cocktail show where I'm getting different brands of liquors involved, which is pretty cool. So I'm not really trying to bartend anymore. I'm trying to become a virtual brand ambassador. So basically, I'm going to have cocktail classes with different brands that are going to teach you about what you're consuming and how to utilize it the best way possible, making flavor. Hello? Making good cocktails, knowing the history behind it, how it's made, all that. And for the younger people, possibly Red Bull getting on board too, which is pretty cool. They reached out to me.
Wow.
I know.
What they did is they probably heard you. They heard you talking. They were like, wow. Okay.
Definitely. Well, I went on a business meeting in Miami with liquor reps, so their way of doing business was like, let's get 2 bottles of this, and that. I was like, okay, I can get their attention. I'm just going to go live.
All right.
I was like, I'm going to go live. You can meet everybody.
You know, what if, though, I had some fitness goals and I'm not into liquor? What if I wanted to be a total knockout?
Okay, so I've been around the app a lot, you know, and I've actually met some really cool people on here. Actually, one of them being Christy, who had her own show today, and which is super cool. So I'm collabing with a lot of different people that do workouts to combine all of our workouts together. So, which I think is super cool.
Killinois teaches a boxing class, everyone, every Monday.
Oh!
And if you would like to...
That's what you mean! Oh, okay, every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I have my boxing class. Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm switching from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. So it's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sorry.
What is the one that people will be seeing?
Oh, okay.
You know, I've heard you can lead a horse to water before, but I've practically dumped your head in the bucket of water.
I need it. I'm so sweaty from class. We just ended the class, okay? I have a little... So my face is red.
Let's try it all over again. Hey, content segue. Tell us about the content that you've been working on. Oh, it's so cool that you asked, Chris. I've actually got a boxing class every Monday called Total Knockout. You can catch it at this time. Wow, what time is it at?
6 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. Getting my banner, which is super cool. So, and then Wednesdays and Fridays.
And what can they learn in your Total Knockout class?
So it's on Mondays, which is good.
Let's stick with Mondays.
Yeah,
what can they learn Mondays?
Mondays is going to be focused on one topic for that week. So I'm going to break everything down. I always start off the class. It's for beginners. So I will show you guys your stance. I will show you guys your 6 punches. There are more than that, but just the basic 6 and some defense. And every week I have different topics. Like I'll have like this one where we focus on jabs, just one where we focus more on defense. It's basically a slow technique class. So we're breaking everything down. So you don't feel intimidated. It's a really good class where you can learn the fundamentals of boxing. I'm not a pro coach. I'm definitely beginners. You know, we're going to be learning how to shadow box, all that jazz. It's really cool, really fun.
Awesome. Well, on that note, I feel like that was the most concise and clear explanation you have ever given.
Finally!
If you have not, please make sure that you favor our girl right here, Miss Killinois, right there. So for the one-time hit it. Pew, 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 pew. Are there any last things you'd like to say before you jump out the box today?
Nope, I think I said a lot.
No. We all agree. No, she's fantastic. Give her the favorite. She's the best. Super high energy streamer. Great content. Never a dull moment. Much love to you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for the gifts.
Pew, 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 pew.
I'm gonna go shower, buddy.
See, that's why I wore the cologne, because she didn't shower. She didn't shower, so I knew I needed to wear the cologne. It was bad. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. My name's Chris. This is Suited Up. We do this show. She's acting like we could smell her. This is Suited Up. We do this show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have a second guest and a third guest. And our second guest is a premier level guest. In fact, he's so premier, his name involves it. He's back again. What? I know. He's back again. We had a cancellation. And I said, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing two guests 2 weeks in a row. That's not how we roll here. And I thought, who can we get some content out of? Clearly, Blake Premier. Because Blake, for those of you who don't know, made a pact that he would find himself a lady friend by the end of February. Well, we've reached the end of February, everyone. So we're going to learn a little bit about Blake's love life, as well as some of the other projects he's been working on. And we have a third guest who goes by Pachanga. Was Pachanga the person in Saved by the Bell? Have I totally... Topanga. Okay, this entire time I thought Pachanga was from Saved by the Bell, and I was saying the guest's name wrong. I was like, wow, she's going to get in this box and roast me for calling her that person from Saved by the Bell. But we're in the clear. We do not have Topanga. We've got Pachanga. Welcome to the show, Blake Premier.
Hey.
We've got it together.
I've got something to say. Uh-oh. That's all I gotta say.
What's uh-oh?
February might have been a little ambitious of me, and I know we'll get to it, but that might have not have been the smartest idea of my life. So well, I'm sure we'll unpack that. But
we admire it. We admire the goals that you have, because Blake, will you tell everyone, I already spoke for you twice. Will you please tell us, what was the goal that you had by the end of February, and when was it set?
So let me preface this by Dr. Morgan, who is a clinical psychologist and relationship coach, 100% disagreed with this. Actually, just about everyone said it was a terrible idea. But I don't know. I was like, I'm a single man. I'm open for love. And this was what, December maybe? Yeah, December. And I was like, okay, I'm just saying it. I'm putting it out to the world. End of February, I will be in an amazing relationship, 100%. I was convinced, and I said it 100%. Yeah, we're not doing so well on that. Yes, what do I have, like 4 days to make this happen? So,
Blake has 4 days to fall in love. Is it doable? If you put your mind to it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, Blake, what was the reason that you set this? Why set such an ambitious goal, and what's even the purpose of setting a goal like that?
I agree. And again, please learn from my mistakes, because again, Dr. Morgan is a clinical psychologist. She knows her stuff, and she said this was terrible. That
was a real question, though.
I know.
Like, not as a rhetorical.
Totally.
Why set it? Why were you motivated to set that type of goal for yourself?
So I think like a lot of us who are high performers, I love to set goals. I love to be very, hold myself accountable, stuff like that. With the love space, that doesn't necessarily translate, but I don't know. I wanted to push myself to see if, because I've had success with goal setting in my professional life, I wanted to see if it could translate to the love. Yeah, it doesn't work. But
I just imagine the date that you're on where you're sitting across from her and you go, this works out so well because I totally set this goal of having love by the end of February. And I feel like the track we're on right now, it's going to work out. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm really great with that.
Like we just had drinks. Whoa. I'm like, yeah. So I know.
What was at stake? Do you feel like anything was at stake?
Well, I had the theory, and I just wanted to see. I've never done anything like that before, so I was like, all right, let's see if my success in my professional life can translate to my love life. Looks like it may not, and I don't think I lost anything. I don't. So I feel like it was just a failed experiment.
What have we learned?
Truly, and I talked to Dr. Morgan before this. I called her. I was like, I'm going on Suited Up, and I'm a humongous failure for this. She's like, it's okay. What I've learned is macro and micro. So in the macro, you do need to commit yourself to finding love if that's what you want. So you have to be all in. And that I am. You have to be all in. But in the micro, the daily, stuff like finding love is much more a fun, loving experience. And when you put timelines and stuff like that, you're taking away the fun, you're making it more transactional per se, and that's not truly the way to find someone loving and bring that into your life. It's different.
Yeah. Has the list changed as far as what you're looking for or what you are looking for?
100% now.
No.
Yeah. Not at all.
What is that list? Because if you were to ask me what I was looking for, I would say, and that would be my answer. But you can answer that question.
Yes.
What is it that you're looking for?
I just really want a fun life. I use I picture myself on a cruise ship, when that's allowed, deck 7 with my future partner, and I want to be that social couple that's speaking to everyone, that everyone loves to be around. That's my number one thing. I really want a high vibe, a loving, sweet, caring person who just brings, we feed off each other's energy. That's my number one. Of course, kindness, sweetness, all of that. Wants a family. I want some little Blakeys. Those are the main things. What?
I get really hung. I was anticipating if you were going to say, I want some little Blakeys, and then you fulfilled saying that, and my stomach still wasn't ready. I love you, man. It's fine. No, it's good. No, and I'm sure you would be great at that. The being the dad part, I'm sure you would be great. Yeah. All right, so he wants a cruise ship. That's what I took away from that. No, Blake, we're excited. We're excited that you feel good, at least. Do you feel good? I don't want to speak for you. Feel good about where you're at despite not hitting the goal.
Absolutely terrible. No, I'm just playing. I'm okay. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Would have the opposite have been better? Sure. But yes, I am. Just like I said before, I am so committed and my heart is so open to finding that person that it's going to happen. And so that's a good thing. But yeah, setting timelines and goals just does not work for love.
Well, despite the grind of looking for someone, what else have you been up to? Cool things are happening, right?
Oh yeah. Love, especially on the app. It's been amazing to meet so many incredible people. Love Quest. We took a week break. We're actually, Chris doesn't know this, but I'll put this out there. I think we're going to do more of a 6-week or 7-week on, 1 week off type series, and we're really going to map it out ahead of time. So it's going to feel like an actual series. So that's our plan, if that's okay. We didn't talk about that, but
I was going to also let you know, Chris, by the way, we're going to do this. Okay.
So that's been great. And then, yeah, I'm starting my new show Friday, and I'm extremely excited about that.
What's the new show?
So it's called Behind the Scenes, and this has just been happening to me. I created Love Quest. This was like, I can't remember, 4 or 5 months ago. And since then, there's been an influx of incredible shows on the platform. But then there's also, I'm sure there's so many people in this chat that are thinking of creating their own content, their own shows. And people have reached out to me. They're like, hey, I have a show idea. Do you have any ideas? And I was like, maybe I should just create a show of this. Like, interview people who are creating shows, kind of talk about why they created them, what's the why, the purpose, like kind of get some more meaning behind the shows. But then also, so this week I'm bringing my friend Ray on. He's starting a new show Monday, and he wanted to get some like ideas, crowdsource ideas of what he could do. He's looking for guests. So I'm like, oh, okay, you could come on as well. So both learning more about the content creators on the app, and then also giving people who are just starting like a soundboard to meet new people, crowdsource ideas, all around creating like awesome content on the app.
I love that. I haven't ideated this out loud with anyone on stream before, but I think this is a really cool time to highlight something. Let me put my grandpa pants on real quick. Okay. At this time last year, everyone, here was your show roster. Monday nights was Painting with Mia. Tuesday nights was Get Fit with Allie and Ashley. Wednesday nights, Suited Up with Chris. Thursday nights, Gore Couture with Carmen San Diego. And Saturday nights was Holly's theme stream. 5 shows. That was 100% the content that exists on the platform. Now it's almost hour by hour. I set that goal out a long time ago, and look at where we're at. And I've only been through all of your hard work, and I say, not you, Blake. Everyone watching, yes, you, Blake. No. Everyone watching through your hard work and attention to that. It's been super cool. So, no, Blake, all hats off to you, my friend. You've definitely been part of that journey. It's been exciting, right?
No, it's been amazing. Seriously, I'm like, and the reason I'm doing this show is I've seen that all successful shows on the app, they come with a purpose. Like people that have a purpose for why they're doing it, they're inspired by something, and then they want to share it. Those are the ones I've seen that have had sustained success. So it's been awesome to watch not just content, but like really good, soulful content come to the app. It's like awesome. Like I actually feel energized when I'm watching these shows, or more, centered. It's an amazing thing.
I say this in every onboarding of shows. But I say the purpose of featured shows is the same as the Top Badge program. If you go way back, everyone, to before shows were featured or that there were top badges, there are people kind of just generally laying in bed. There weren't leaderboards. There weren't light up with names and things like that. And the Top Badge program was put in place to help have some downward trickling of best practices. And so what's happened now is you have people seeing and observing shows, and they're going, well, I want to emulate that. Yes. I want to be featured. And as a consequence, you have all of these pockets of people planning out their live streams. And that just wasn't the case. There was no planned live streams other than like birthdays and things like that happened.
Yes.
So anyway, that's my tangent. Blake, say something cool.
No, you are so right. And no, legitimately, there's new stuff happening each week. NorCal Blondie, she's in here. She's starting a wine show. There's bachelor shows. There's like so many that aren't just featured, but like people are doing it as well on their stream. So like that's I'm so like excited to give that a platform and to help. Like we're all a community here, and that's the beautiful thing about shows and the show community. I feel like we're all rooting for each other. It's so about uplifting each other and helping each other have like the best content, and I love to be part of that.
Cool. Was there anything else, Blake, that I forgot to touch on as far as what you are up to or we should highlight while you're here?
I don't think so, but I feel like I need to do like a quick little ceremony here, I messed up, okay? And so this is, I need to...
Is your house broken? What is happening? Oh.
We are forgetting about that February timeline, so that is a thing of the past. All right, that is the ceremony. We are
Oh,
now.
I get it. It was like
We are
you're
now
coming
absolving.
into a new start. Like you're
Yes.
clearing the smoke. The smoke
Yeah.
in the air is literally cleared.
No more timelines, no more deadlines. I'm committed as ever. However, I'm also doing it in a loving manner. It will happen when it happens, and I'm very excited about it, and I can't wait to see who it is because she's going to be so dope. Dude, I always make you laugh when I'm like being serious.
I know, because your genuine passion when you're serious is the most funny thing to me. You're like, oh. Blake, once upon a time ago, everyone, we were having a good conversation on live, and he said to me, Chris, I just want to be known for more than sex appeal. And I don't know why that was so funny to me, but other people thought that was funny too.
I realized I was going down the wrong path, okay? And I was like, I need to stop this. You know, I was doing a lot of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, which I love, but I had to add a little bit more to the repertoire.
The epitome of sex appeal these days is Backstreet Boys, Blake. But I love this guy. He's so good. Thank you for letting me bust your chops, dude.
Of course.
Thank you so much. If you have not given a favorite, give a favorite to Blake. In all seriousness, his goals are inspiring. He means well. Maybe, just maybe, you can slide in his DMs and make his dreams come true. Because you could be so dope.
Thank you. What? That was really nice. Thanks, man. And I'll get out of here Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Love Quest. The Journey to Find Love starts with Dr. Morgan. Listen to her. She's amazing. And then my new show Friday, it's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Catch me there. I love you all so much. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Peace. Blake's the best. Give him a favorite. He is so dope. Okay, seriously, I got to give that to him. Doesn't every person, not just ladies, not just the ladies, doesn't every person out there want their partner to be like, they are so dope? Like they just, it's kind of like when you find a little extra cereal at the bottom of the bag when you thought the cereal was gone. You pull it out, and then you pull out the bag, and you're like, oh, it was just crunched down. I had to shift it. And then there's some more cereal or chips. Yeah, it could be like the chips, and you're like, that's so dope. You're like, you geeked to yourself. That's Blake at every moment of life. He's just so got the reins on the happiness in life. Pop, 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 pop. He's like, I'm never coming back. Everyone, welcome to the show. Thank you so much to our first guest, Killinois, our second guest, Blake, for giving us the update. And now we've got our third guest. Her name's Pachanga. Do not confuse her with Boy Meets World, but you want to meet her. I promise you. That was such a good one. Pachanga, welcome to the show. Thank you, everyone, for coming here. And let's go. Pachanga. Nice to see you.
Hi, Chris.
What's this? This is like a.
I don't know. It's my
Are we,
shimmy.
are we heating up?
It's my dancing shimmy. You know, I do a lot of dancing in my stream.
Oh, well, great. That sounds like a good topic to talk about. But first, can we just take a moment to admire the neon behind you? Look at that. You've got your whole name in lights.
Yes.
That is super cool. What is the Pachanga brand? Because I see like you've got the jumper thing on, you got the neon lights. Would you say that you have like a particular style that you're going for with all of this, or you just kind of?
Well, I always talk about my education in school and my stream. So I always talk about, you know, how I have an art degree in arts and how I really, really just, I love art, I love comedy, and I love everything that is, you know, making people laugh and just anything that is artistic.
Yeah. Well, I would say your whole setup is very artistic. So very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Pachanga, how long have you been streaming for?
I started taking it serious, I think, like July. So July of last year.
And what platform do you stream from?
I stream on, well, I started on POF. I stumbled across the live section and I did it like a few times and I saw it was getting traction. So then I switched over to Meet Me because I felt it was a better platform.
Okay. Well, they all have their pros and their cons. I do want to take a moment to lean into, you said you had a Plenty of Fish, and you didn't know Plenty of Fish had live. So what was Pachanga doing on Plenty of Fish?
You know, I've always had it. I just had it where you couldn't even find me. I was like invisible. So I just, you know, just browsing.
Browsing? Like you did you not want messages? Did you not want to connect or meet some new people?
No, I didn't want to connect. I'm actually a pretty introverted person. So it's interesting, I think, for me to even be here right now and talk about live streaming is just crazy to me. But I'm here, and people refer to me as a streamer now, and it's crazy to me.
Well, I'm not letting you off the hook. If you have Plenty of Fish, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna say that you had at least a little interest in knowing who could be out there. I mean, did you at least kind of want to know who was out there?
Who doesn't? I mean, there's on this application you come across a lot of people, and I think what makes this you know, whole live streaming just a game changer is being able to see people and interact with them before you meet them. And you know, I think this kind of reminds me of the AOL days back in the day with the chat rooms and stuff. I don't know if you're old enough to experience those days of the dial-up internet. But yeah, so that's what my stream kind of reminds me of that.
Okay, like your own like your own chat room, your own AOL chat room.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to searching, I mean, we just talked a little bit about it with Blake. What do you look for? I guess even if you want to skate around it and don't want to get too much.
What do I look for in an individual?
Yeah, what do you look for? If someone's trying to holler at Miss Pachanga, what do they need to know?
I think they need to know how to have fun, how to laugh, how to take a joke, how to be carefree, how to be close to their family. I'm very family oriented, and just, you know, be real. I'm very real, and that's one thing that people say about me a lot in my stream is I'm as real as it gets, you know. So I think I just need somebody like that, you know.
Yeah, someone to play off of that. I understand. Okay, your education is important to you. You have a creative background. Was that something you knew for a long time that you wanted to get into, or how did you stumble into more of a creative pathway?
Well, I started school. I got my associate's degree in business administration, and then I got my bachelor's in film and media, and I got my master's in education. So I'm actually, Chris, I'm looking to become a school teacher at some point in my life. I feel that could be my calling, but I just love comedy, and I've incorporated cosplay into my streams, and acting, and different personalities, and people actually ask for my other personalities more than me now, which is kind of like, hello.
Oh, okay. Well, that's new. You're telling us that you go live, but you don't always go live as yourself.
Correct.
What does that mean? Do you mean that you have break it down for us.
Many alter egos, and it's funny because a lot of my people in my stream, we come up with, okay, what are we gonna name this one? And these characters, organically appear from just me grabbing different stuff in my house and putting on costumes, and then it just stuck. And I have a twin sister. Her name is Heather. She's very different than me. She's a little nerdy,
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, got it. Okay. I was like, Pachanga and Heather doesn't feel like they're very different names. Now I realize what you mean. So you have a sister, and her name is Heather. And why did Heather come about?
Heather came about because I think deep down inside I am a nerd. So it was just very natural for me to to kind of pick up this character and do it well, unfortunately.
What is it about you that you consider to be nerdy?
I don't know. My friends tell me I'm nerdy. It's not like I watch Star Wars or anything, but I don't know. I like to read, and I'm always talking about like cool facts or something, and
Okay. As someone who identifies as a real nerd, I I was hoping to relate, but
don't put words in my mouth.
no, I'm sorry. That's Heather. Okay.
Okay.
Heather. You know,
Oh, I should introduce you to her.
Is she around?
Sure. Well, let me go get her real quick. Hold on.
Is she far away? All right, everyone. I didn't know this was happening. Welcome to the show. My name's Chris. This is Suited Up. We do this every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pachanga just left the building, and we have
she'll be back. Don't worry about her. I'm here to stay. Hi.
Hi, Heather. It's nice to meet you.
Hello, how are you?
Heather.
Pachanga told me that you're a bit of a nerd.
I am a bit of a nerd. What type of nerd are you? Is there any fandoms that you're interested in, Heather?
Well, I have a fascination with Albert Einstein. So I'm always reading about him. I'm always trying to figure out the theory of relativity and so forth. And sometimes I just go a little crazy with everything. You know, sorry. Yeah.
Incredible. Do you like comic books or superheroes? Or
Yes. I love all of that.
Okay. Do you have any favorites?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah. And I even dressed up like her one time.
Wow.
Yeah. Pachanga tries to take credit, like she dressed up as her, but it was really me.
Sure. Heather, are there any other sisters besides Pachanga that we should know about?
Yes.
Who is that?
Jenny.
Jenny? What is Jenny about?
She's mean to me. She's Jenny. She used to have a little, now she has a lot. You know, she's from the Bronx. She grew up, you know, she's part of my other side of my family.
Okay. Does Jenny ever come to the stream too?
Yeah, but she's doing a bit upstate. I mean, she's in jail.
Oh, whoa! Jenny went to jail.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Jenny's someone we do not want to affiliate with. We got Pachanga, and then we've also got Heather. Are there any other sisters?
Oh, I got tons of cousins that come around, and yeah, there's always something. Yeah.
And I'm imagining you mostly visit when there's battles.
Sometimes, you know, it's very random. You know, I just stop by and then I steal Pachanga's phone. Sometimes I lock her in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, before someone gets locked in the bathroom, can you go ahead and grab? Can you go get Pachanga? Yeah, she's been in there a little while. Welcome to Suit Up, everyone. We're currently joined by Pachanga and her sisters. Pachanga, wow, Heather was.
Where? My sister?
Yeah, Heather came by.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Pachanga, you obviously have a lot that you do in your streams, just keeping everyone entertained. You've built up a family of characters, but do you feel like you've made any friends or family on here outside of those?
Oh my God. I have made a list for you. Like if I was at the I don't know, the Oscars, and I'm ready to tell you my. Yes, I have so many people that I love from my stream that have, oh my God, like I love so much that have helped me channel my artistic abilities, and then also just encourage me to continue to do what I do because they believe in me and they think I'm funny and they think I have so much potential. And I encouraged a lot of people that started off in my stream and now became streamers. A lot of people started off in my stream just watching me and have told me I stream now because of you. But from watching you, and you encourage me to stream, And so it's just a wonderful, wonderful platform for everybody, especially during this time right now where everybody's, you know, very much, you know, alone and having a hard time financially, economically, family. I mean, it's just a tough year. It's just been a tough year for a lot of people. And if my stream could do anything to help somebody, to help them, you know, a lot of people just say, like, I wake up in the morning and I look for you just to kind of get me going in the morning. And it's such a blessing to feel that love from complete strangers who become family.
Yeah. Well, I can say that from what I hear and the things that I see, you're doing a great job of that, and it's really resonating with a lot of people. So you should feel good about that. Before we start to wrap up, I'm interested. You said people say I have a lot of potential. Is there a far out goal that you have in mind for yourself? I mean, you mentioned wanting to be a teacher, but is there an even bigger goal than that?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been I'm very realistic, you know. I'm not a teenager anymore, and breaking into the entertainment industry is definitely tough. But I use this platform as a way of, you know, I get a lot of people in my stream who work in the entertainment industry and tell me, like, I can help you, or do this or do that, or start doing this in your streams. And I have a lot of goals. And one of my goals that I hope to accomplish really soon is versing myself as my alter ego, as Heather. So doing a verse. So I know it's people are like, well, how would you do it? I can't give away my secrets. Can't give away all of my secrets.
I have a way that you can do it if you like it. No, I'm being serious.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah. Well, Pechanga, it's been so great to get to know you. If you have not, everyone, make sure that you hit the favorite on Miss Pechanga. Any last thing you'd like to plug before you go?
I just want to say thank you to Gabe, Gabe, Roxy, Cookie, Jane, Master Louie, the Jungle Family, Ebsy, Honeycomb, Boss Man, Swagger, Jilly, Juice Baby, DJ, Swift Hands, Vanessa Vane, the Drip Squad. Oh my God, Ty. Oh God, Thank you, everybody. I love all of you, Miss Carrie, all of my Jungle Family people, and Chris, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's really, really, like, such an honor. Thank you.
Oh, no, it's a ton of fun having you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Anytime. Okay, bye.
Pechanga. Who that? Pechanga. Everyone, thank you so much for coming to the show. My name's Chris. A big shout out to our gifters today, Jacob Williams, Habibi, and Lemon Bay, and Jameson, and J Blue as our top. We'll do top 6, and Blake, because that's what shows on my screen before I start scrolling. Big thank you to top 6 there. My name is Chris. If you don't have me on Instagram, you can find me at the Instagrams at Chris Casper, spelled exactly like how you see here. It was also in the very beginning when you came into the chat. It's also a little tagline here. Coming up in a few weeks, it's the 2-year anniversary of Suited Up, and you know what that means. The show is getting a makeover. The show is getting a total makeover. We're switching it up. You can expect a lot of changes, and I'm really excited for all of you to see it. I've been planning it for a very long time. You can expect it in roughly, we're shooting for 2 weeks, but I have to get some design things back. Could be 3 weeks. Could be 3 weeks. So hold fast. Tentatively, we've got some big guests lined up for the premiere of it. That was not a subtle hint. Blake Premier will not be making no. Maybe he would. Maybe he doesn't drop it. I don't know. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming by the show. If you would like to see more interview action, you can catch it every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on The Rundown. On The Rundown, we let you know about contest winners. We let you know about new show announcements, app updates, tips and tricks about going live and how to retain things. What else? Oh yeah, top badges. Is that one? I think they do that. Judges say yes. New top badges are announced almost every Friday. Sometimes we throw you for a loop and we don't announce any new top badges. But there's some new top badges potentially happening this Friday. You got to tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get that. What else? That's what I've got for you. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the show, and I will see you on Friday. Maybe I'll even go live. You know, it's been 2 months since my last live. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, everyone. We can do a little Chris not doing stream. It's just I don't like to go live over the shows. That's actually why I slowed down my lives so much, is because there's show content going on, and I wouldn't want to take away any visitors. I wouldn't want to take one person away from another person's show, right? So I feel like if I'm live, that's detracting potentially a person who could be watching a featured show. So anyway, I'll see everyone. Take care. Much love. Make sure you stay and go over to Nick Style or Oregon Star Girls show. We've also got Blair Woods and more Miserable. You can see him in the chat. Check them all out. A lot of great content. Cheers. Much love. Bye, everyone.